Do you ever just have one of those days where you start out with the best intentions, with the smile on your face, and you're so excited to get out there, but instead everything goes wrong? I'm going to have a quick freshen up and then I'm going to explain to you what happened today. Let me get this rant out of my system. We'll get rid of all the negative stuff and then we'll focus on the positives. Everything that could go wrong today went wrong. The frustrating thing I've had so far is technology. That has been my main thing. Okay, so we live by these things, by card machines. Okay, day one yesterday, nothing worked. It wasn't connecting. All the problems you can think about that you have with card machines while overseas, this thing with there. So that completely shuts down my ability to make sales, to do anything financially. And I've got people there that obviously want to buy things. And I'm obviously, I'm apologising. I'm obviously trying to message and obviously make sure I'm trying to get it work. But deep down inside, I'm like panicking. I'm like, am I going to lose the sale? Switched the card machine last night at the office. I got it today. Finally, it was working. There was some of it was working, but I'm like holding the card machine up at the window, trying to connect to the server. Some receipts aren't printing. I don't know if this card's gone through because part of the language on the card machine's in Turkish, part of it's in English, and it's one of those. It was just sort of a constant thing. But positive to say, as I said, I made sales today. Little things that have come up. Things like non-English customers coming up to me and asking me if I'm their Belgian rep, if I'm their Dutch rep, because we all look the same. We're all wearing those clothes. A range of complaints, you get those daily. I'm not going into any of them, but a common one, for example, is just something wrong with the room. Not to mention, I don't have a work phone yet. It's nobody's fault, okay? It's just what it is. I'm annoyed at the situation, and the only thing I've eaten was a little bit of what was left of these packet of chips. So I'm a bit angst. I'm a bit sort of stressed. So I need food, but I want to go for a run first. But my phone. So I have ransacked my bag. I've emptied it. I cannot see it anywhere in here. Look, like you've just sprawn it all across. It's not in the car. I've double checked. I've triple checked. I guess the sooner I forget about this day, the better. It's just one of those. I'm actually really tired now. I'll run tomorrow morning. We will show that one in this vlog. But I think probably I'm just going to relax now. Have a beer. And so it's the morning after. I was just too tired, too stressed, too worked up last night. Couldn't end up going for a run in the end, and so I just thought to call it a night. My failures. This is something which I do quite a lot. Is I beat myself up, and when you get home after a stressful day, you try and digest and try and get over it. And obviously, the fact that some things were not still settled, some things weren't dealt with, so the phone and then just some queries obviously with customers was playing on my mind, and I was asking myself this morning, what could I have done better? I know for a fact that there are times where I should not be afraid to ask for help. The other thing that I need to get better at is slowing down and giving myself a moment to breathe. I felt I did that more than I've done in the past before, because I was actually wary of what was happening. As the day went on and I was dealing with people, I was speaking really, really fast, and sometimes I couldn't even hear the sentence that I was saying. And so a couple of times it was a case of me going, sort of closing my mouth for a second, breathing, and then speaking slowly. And already I felt in myself that by doing that, the words that then came out of my mouth, they were more confident, they were more precise, they were accurate, and probably more attention grabbing from the customers. Before we go, let me show you my kit. So let me show you what I'm wearing. So we've got a polo as an option, and you know what? As a fabric, these are actually incredibly good. I actually really, really like it. It is a little bit baggy down here, but it sits nicely on here, and it's one of the things that I like. Then we've got these shorts. Now let me try and see if we can just flip. Yeah, so about 3/4 length shorts.
They're all right. You know, they're not a bad fabric. I don't know what it is, but they're thin. So by that, obviously, you know, it does make things easier.
I found my phone. Main hotels. Busters and turn up. Oh, it got better through the day, but yeah, the audio, I don't know if it picked up well on the last bit. Found my phone, so that's the main thing. Okay, just give me a second, it's cold out here. Is this making any sense? And am I being really moaning and quite negative? Right, okay, let me explain what I'm trying to do here. I want to be more informative and educate on this channel about what life is actually like as a rep. It's hard to document live because I'm working. Just had a bit of a swim, just relaxed a little, and I want to end on some positives, okay? So, positive number one. I made a sale today by showing someone my vlog. Spoke to them, they still wanted some convincing. I said, right, how about I show you some visual stuff? Showed them it, they loved it. Other positives, okay? I've established good relationships with all hotelier staff across my 3 hotels that I work with. Which is absolutely fantastic. You've got to have a good relationship with the people you're working with, be it the guest relations, the managers, the bar staff. Positive number 5. I've made different groups of customers get to know each other. They've made friends already, they've found out that they're from the same areas. Positive number 6, I now have a work phone. All in all, people have been extremely helpful, even if things haven't worked out the way I wanted to in the immediate moment. And also, you know, things go wrong. Final positive, I'm being cooked dinner tonight by my colleagues, so good night. Ask me questions about what it's like to be a rep. I can probably improve on my actual filmmaking when it comes to documenting what it's like at actually being a rep. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks very much. Like, subscribe, you know the gist. 41 subscribers now. That's a really good positive to end on as well.